been neglected, so now I pick up the pen and use it as a weapon. Yeah, you can see that I'm affected. People getting killed for nothing but obsession. You need to look at your reflection and decide who you are. Stop acting disconnected. Got mothers killing kids. People kill to live. Well, I be on the mic, speaking how I live. Every day I wake up, it's another person that's dead. And YouTube has to solve it because the law is failing kids. I'm disgusted at the evil in the end. And if you connect the dots, you'll see the vision in your head. Why do people die as victim to the streets? They wonder why I'm up all night and can't sleep. I'll be the voice for everyone who can't speak. L.E. failed Kiely and now Sammy is free. AWP did a good deed and y'all be talking all that shit while they just do it for free. 16 days for 35 minutes. Y'all tried to throw them off and just want to play the victim. Reaching out to YouTube channels for clout. I wouldn't check it. TV if I went in your house. And SF investigate, stay sending out the hate. Why you mad at Doug and Nick for finding Kiely in the lake? Make it make sense. You're a fake bitch. You were there for money and now you're mad over fake shit. And that's something I can't relate with. Zero emotion from the mom on the statements. All I seen was the devil in her eyes. Tony died, you're a fake. I can see it through your lies. God sent me on your stream like the FBI. You've been grooming little kids. I can see you holding skies. It get mail calling Ronnie up on the line. Why you lie to the people and say you gon' do it live? Santa May out here looking extra sus. Got an arrow on the ground pointing towards Kylie's truck. Then you wanna come and up church. I think your butt hurt. You tried to blame the man for your dog but couldn't find the dirt. I guess that's what they mean by the Truckee way. If you step foot in the town, you might die from foul play. And I don't know what to say, but I can feel it through my soul. She didn't drive in LA. So y'all can try to go convince somebody else, cause I'm not falling for that shit. The autopsy really smells. You see, let me explain what I'm talking about, man.
Yo. Alright, what's up? Yeah, my bad. What's good, man? What's up? Who we got in here? Snipe, Libby, Teresa. What up, Teresa? Holly, AJ, Gannon. What up, Gannon? Yo, Smackers. What up, Ganja? Keister. What's good with everybody? Ain't shit, man. Can't call it. Been in pain last couple days. Finally just got that shit to go away. Barely. I mean, I still feel it, but that shit's hurting. You smash that like button. Kristen, what's up? I see you. I'm trying to read everybody up on here before I get going. Let me put this let me drop this link in here. All right. So I'm gonna pop this up. Let me go to here and pin it real quick. Damn, they done locked somebody else up on the Young Dolph case. That's crazy. They tried to blame the man for your dog, but couldn't find the dirt. Well, I want to let me pin it. What? That is the weirdest shit ever. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to open up my own link and pin it. Hold up. Weirdest shit ever. All right, so I'm gonna do it like this. Pin. All right, there's a link if anybody wants to join. What's up, Stephanie? What's good with you guys? What's everybody up to tonight, though? Yeah, wouldn't let me pin it from my phone. I don't know if it needs an update or something. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way in, though. And if you're going to come up, don't show your giblets. We ain't trying to see your fucking giblets. We definitely ain't trying to see your giblets get cut off on the screen again. Talking about that right there. It did the magical trick. What up, PJ? How you doing? Just chilling. Got off work early as fuck. That's what's up, man. Shit, I've been fighting this damn toothache. My whole jaw, ear was throbbing. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a walk-in. I think I got a abscess, but we'll find out tomorrow when I go. But I'm just checking it with y'all tonight. Shit, I ain't been on in 2 nights, I think, maybe. Or at least it feels like it. Feels like I ain't been on in 2 days. Ganja. It's the ganja. But yeah, let's hop into this, man. I want to talk about who do we think, like, the thing is, like, the boyfriend was in the chat the other night. So I don't know if any of y'all were in here, but Trinitybackus's boyfriend was in the chat the other night, and he admitted that he was with both girls and they both passed away, right? So he admitted, he came in chat and said that, and it was on his account that he came in and said that on. He didn't, that wasn't no normal or no made up false fake account trying to act as if they were Francis. It was him that came in the live and said that he literally was with both dead girls. Now, do I think he did anything? I don't know. I'm veering towards I don't think he did, but what up? What's going on? I'm veering towards I don't think he did any. I'm veering towards it, but I ain't all the way wrote him off, because anybody can make up some fucking story and tell you anything, right? Just like, there's a lot of misinformation that's passed through YouTube. Hold up, Kiely watching it. What? What? Why did somebody send me this? But anyways, I don't know. So he was in chat the other night, and you said what? I saw it. I still question it. Yeah. Of course, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to say is, like, we definitely should still, I still keep it on the back of my mind and shit like that, because so many people say shit. People are gonna say stuff all the time. They're gonna be like, well, either you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was with them, but I don't know. Either he's just a fucking straight retarded idiot, or he really had nothing to do with it. Now, I mean, the live replay shows it. It shows the convo, right? So if you go back and replay that live, you'll see the full convo. People were asking him questions in here, and he was responding to those questions and the questions that were asked, right? But either, like I said, either he just flat out just completely innocent, or he's just a fucking retard, which, I mean, at 17, you can't be a retard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen 17-year-olds walk up like, can you go in and buy me cigarettes? Can you go in and do this? Man, carry your fucking ass. If you don't go, get the fuck away from me. What someone send you? Stephanie, no one sent me anything. Appreciate it. Shout out to Scotland, Lady Claymore. But nobody sent me anything. He was in my chat. So Trinitybackus's boyfriend at the time of her passing was in my chat. He said that he was with both girls. Paisley that died, he said he was with her when she died. But Trinitybackus, he wasn't there. So, it came out that he was the alleged LSD dealer. Now, that's a 50-50 shot, right? Anything that we find out's a 50-50 shot until it's proven. Love your show. Keep doing what you're doing. You have heart, Trev. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tree Baby Tennessee. Thank you. Thank you. Lady Claymore, shout out to you too. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all smash that like button when you come in. But I just want to talk about who are the key players. I narrowed down who the key players are in this case. So I'm going to pull up my notes real quick so I can refresh my brain. I got the key players to this case. So I feel like from what we have, that we can see with our own eyes before the autopsy and all that, our key players in this case, and I got this shit written down, our key players are going to come down to this. It's going to come down to her boyfriend, 50-50, whether he's cleared or not on selling her the drugs. He can come in here and say, yes, he didn't all day long, but that still don't clear him, right? So boyfriend, Logan Zufelt, the aunt, which is Ashley Bajorky, and Hannah. Those are our 4 key players right there that were there, right? So when we talk about Bajorky, Logan, and Hannah, no, I mean our 3 key players. The boyfriend wasn't there, allegedly, right? And everything that you hear on here is allegedly. And let me put that up right now so you guys understand what I'm talking, or so people know what I'm saying is allegedly. Trigger warning, allegedly, all that shit right there at the bottom. But those are my key players. And also, who's Sunshine Fowler? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is that, the mom? Because I went to go ask him that question and I didn't get the answer. I didn't get that answer, right? But those are the key players to this case, period. Like, those are literally the key players. It's the aunt, which is I said Ashley. I was about to say Ashley, but Ashley Bajorky, Logan Zufelt, and freaking Hannah, which Hannah was there. So those are the three people that were there. Supposedly they just came home. There's all different types of stories, but it comes down to the people that were at aunt's house. Now, was she chased? Was she really tripping? Was she not tripping? We don't know. That's alleged, right? She ran out because of the radiation and she did this and that, but that's all stories from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that allegedly she was killed by somebody and dumped? Who wasn't it? Who knows, right? Like, you can't. Hold on, let me read what this says. Y'all are probably laughing at that Loogie Logan. Hold up. I wonder if he's emotionally younger than 17, Teresa says. Auntie is sus and boyfriend Uncle Touchy. Whoa. Allegedly, right? So you're telling me Logan Zufeld's to Uncle Touchy? Is that a case here? No autopsy yet. So boyfriend, I'm talking Logan Zufeld's Uncle Touchy. Let me find out. Hello, thank you. I'm always here. I just don't comment much. I appreciate that, Tree Baby. No autopsy yet. Yeah, I know. There's no autopsy yet. There's none of that shit. What up, Sloth fan? How you doing? Evie, hold on. I want to say your name right. I feel like I'm about to say it wrong. Evie Marie, Evie. Hold up. Ava. Nah, I could be saying this shit wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but welcome, Marie. I'm gonna call you Marie since the front of that name has got me calling you 3 different things right now, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. The aunt made sure to say the boyfriend was by her side every minute. Think he might have been getting them high and messing with her. Allegedly, right? But yeah, no, I get that. Anything discussed in this stream, yeah, what Keister said. What Keister said. Freckles says, I don't know. Let's see. Teresa, let's see what she said. Keister, that wouldn't surprise me. What up, Marlena? How you doing? Allegedly, right? Allegedly, all these fucks. But like I said, our key players in this case are Bajorky, which is Ashley Bajorkland, which is what they called her on the news too. I heard it. They say Ashley Bajorkland. So she's a Bajorky. You know what I mean? Bagorkie. Bajorky. That's what we call her. Like I said, she's a main player in this case. Like, what are you doing at aunt's house on a school night? Why are you wandering out the crib? If anything, aunt should be charged, right? Shouldn't the aunt get some charges? How did this young 16-year-old get out the crib 10:30 at night to be found dead 2 days later? And that's just the facts to it, ladies and gentlemen. This young girl left that house in her socks, pajama pants, and barely anything to cover for 27 degrees at night, right? So knowing the conditions that she's in, they called the police at 11:14. I got it all memorized. They called the police at 11:14. Ran out. They ran outside at she ran out at 10:30. So at like 10:47, she supposedly aunt or Logan Zufelt, the Zoo Belt, whatever the fuck his name is, and Bajorky called mom. Mom shot up there. They were looking around, and then at 11:14, they make a call. So then there's a bunch of dispatch notes and shit like that. One of my good subscribers in here did a breakdown on it. it because she used to be a dispatcher, which was Jenny. Shout out to Jenny if you're in here, by the way. But how can supposedly it's alleged that she was chased by Logan, but doesn't I'm not buying that. I don't think Logan even chased her. I don't even know if she even ran at this point. Like right now, I don't even know if she ran out the crib at this point. I mean, that could all be shit could have happened earlier in that night. I am very curious to where my opinion will be once that autopsy, if it drops and it's let known what happened, because this shit, she's found dead, right? She's found dead. She took her clothes off and all that. Yeah, that's what that lines up with hypothermia, right? But is there something more sinister to this? Does the Truckee way come into play here? Do we have one of those things going on right now where it's the Truckee way? I'm gonna start calling it the Truckee play, because I mean that's what it all seems like. I think Logan was busy putting clothes on, not just his boots, says Stephanie. What's up, Shelly? How you doing? Hold on, I'm going through y'all's comments right now. I'm good. Did you get my email yesterday? Hold up, I'll tell you. I haven't been online for the last couple of days because my tooth has been hurting bad. I think I got an abscess, but I was able to get some clove, and that's helped. The Tylenol and Advil mix has helped. I think I'm gonna go in the morning at around 8:00 and go see my doctor. But hold on, I'm looking right now. Let me see. Marlena sent me a video here. Response, Kiely, foul play, everything you need to know is the video that you sent me. And I just now opened it up, Marlena. Thank you. But what do you guys think? I'm curious to what you guys think, man. I'm really curious to what you guys think about this, because I'm starting to lean towards, I think this is possibly foul play. And I'm 50-50 with it because I'm still looking at everything, but there's things that we don't know yet. The autopsy hasn't came out. And there's just some weird shit about it. I mean, is it a cat fell out or chipped tooth? Nah, fell out. I'm 32 and a wisdom tooth grew in, knocked out, pushed some teeth forward and fucked shit up in there. And that's what happened. So I'm going to have to get some type of surgery done or something. I already know it. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. Oh shit. T is here. High Priestess says, what up, High Priestess? But according to Bajorky now, all right, so Keister says, according to Bajorky, now when she got home, she was in the bath and got a call asking about art supplies. She sent Trinity. Oh, man. You know what? I hate to go out the window and say this type of things, but I really think that them adults are getting high with them children. And this is my opinion, allegedly, and I can say whatever the fuck I want on my channel. Allegedly. I think them adults are getting high with those children. I think they smoked weed with them. I think they knew what was going on. And I don't care what they think about me. They could reach out, cuss me out. They can say whatever they want, make posts about me. They can say whatever the fuck they want. I think these adults were getting high with these kids. And that's why she wanted to go to Aunt, a.k.a. Bajorky's, a.k.a. Mom's best friend, house. And that's what I really think. I don't give a fuck. I really think that they were getting high together. And I believe that even maybe Aunt supplied the weed, allegedly. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to say it because I got no filter. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. They can talk shit, send this video to every single family member they have. They can threaten me. They can try all that shit. But I could back it up too. So fucking you just go tell whoever you want. It ain't hard to find me. It's a chill spot. Agree. I agree, Danielle says. She probably supplied the drugs too, says F the Truckee way. Steffi says allegedly. Yeah, like I said, allegedly. I believe those adults were getting high with them children, period. Now, if you go and read that report on the 911 call, it says Hannah was crying on the couch and blah, 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 blah. You know, they try to make things look as if like we're fucking reading a book or something. If you think about this shit, Who the fuck is calling me right now? Hold up. Hello? Yeah. Well, I'm live. What's up? Yeah, what's going on? Okay. You could have just came in. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine, babe. Okay. Just grab me what I like. That's fine. All right, well grab me whatever. You know what I like. Philly. All right. Love you. Bye. Bye. Love you. Okay, my bad, guys. I had a phone call. Fucking, I don't mute shit around here either. But anyways, like I said, I believe that I believe there's something deeper to this now. Like, there's been too many stories to come out, and when there's many stories, that means something. There's more something sinister. There's something sinister behind the shit. That's what that means. I mean, how many times have we seen this where they're trying to get their story right, and you hear 5, 6 different stories? Now, are those 4 to 5 to 6 different stories coming from YouTube, or is it coming from them? That's what we got to decipher. We got to decipher whether, YouTubers are taking it too far. We're getting too much information from these YouTubers that are putting shit out and it being false, or is it really Bajorky and the family putting out these false stories? That's what we need to decipher. That's what we got to decipher. We really got to decipher that shit. There's nothing. I mean, that's really it. We got to decipher whether there's bullshit coming from Aunt, allegedly, or is it the YouTubers they're spreading the misinformation? That's what I want to know from them, in my opinion. Because I mean, like I said, I've heard so many different stories, but I haven't seen it come from Aunt directly. I don't know. Maybe she's in the fucking. Maybe she's getting fucking interrogated right now. Who knows? Somebody's got to get in trouble from this shit. A 16-year-old don't just wander off and die. It just don't happen. Yeah, oh, it's an accident. And then, like I said, if she died from drugs, then the person with the drugs needs to be arrested. If she was killed, then we need justice on that. Which way? Like, it's so weird. Like, you got these weird cases that come from Truckee and friggin' Nevada County. First, you got Kiely Rodni. She drove in a lake, and there was, she drowned in that lake. That's what we're supposed to believe, and they want us to believe that. And then they wonder why the people like us are out here fucking pissed off and making videos and going crazy because there's a 16-year-old little girl that she's not resting. She's not in her resting place because you guys did her bogus. There's foul play written all over it, and you fucking did nothing. You failed her. Everybody in this bitch knows Kiely Rodni did not drive in a lake and kill herself. Everybody in here knows that. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Steffi, you're sweet. What'd you say? Fuck the Truckee way. You don't do drugs at Aunt. You don't do drugs at Aunt house. That doesn't do that crap. Right. Auntie was crying because scared for herself. Right? Yeah, I mean, Steffi says, yeah, I mean, or somebody robbed her from the pot farm, allegedly. Right. How many comments did I miss here? It's all fishy. That's what I'm saying, Jay. It is all fishy, man. It doesn't add up. Make it make sense. Fucking hashtag make it make sense. Fuck the Truckee way, all on one t-shirt. That's what I'm gonna get a design made for that, because it really does have to be made. Hashtag fuck the Truckee way, make it make sense. I mean, it's got to be, man. It's just crazy. We need to bring awareness to this shit. I don't know why, but I'm doing a new series on YouTube, and I've been said I'm doing it. I haven't even made my second video yet, but it's to Jessica Johnson, and the Kiely Rodni case in the future will be added to that list if they don't get to the bottom of this shit. It's called suicide or murder. It's these cases people basically say, oh, it was suicide or an accident, and it's really not suicide or an accident. It's murder. And we got all these cases that are they're saying are suicides or accidents, and they're not fucking suicides or accidents. They're blatant murder. And we're getting them a lot lately. Why are we getting these cases a lot lately? Is it because they defunded or whatever? They defunded the fucking police departments all in the United States. Is it because of that? Allegedly to everything I just said, past or prior. How about that? I just started watching you after this case. It's crazy, but thanks for bringing awareness. It does. I mean, it needs awareness, Prince. What is it, Princess? It needs awareness. This case needs awareness. Debbie Collier. Oh my God, I seen a video on that earlier. Debbie Collier did not freaking burn herself to death. Do you believe that? Does anybody in here really believe Debbie burnt herself to death? Does the fucking Truckee way travel in the air all the way to Georgia? Just like they can't find Quentin Simon. Just like nobody's in jail for that. Nobody's in jail for Quentin Simon case. Nobody's in jail for Debbie Collier. Nobody's in jail for Trinity Backus. Nobody's in jail for Kiely Rodni. Nobody's in jail for Jessica Johnson. Nobody's in jail for Tiffany Valente. Nobody's in jail for Missy Beavers. Then nobody's in jail for, you know what I mean? Like all the, you can keep naming cases and just keep going with them, because is it shitty detective work? Is it the defunding of the police? I mean, what is it? I mean, there is no answers to this shit. Like, it's so fucked up. And I feel like we, the people, got to break the shit. I really do. I feel like we, the people, got to break the shit. We got to, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird because in parts of the U.S., believe it or not, there is seasoned detectives that are really good at what they do and they get the job done. And guess what? We don't have to dive into those cases. But it's cases like that, you know, especially the ones that get national attention or that been getting them lately, like the Kiely Rodni case, and kind of, I wouldn't say Trinity was national, but it definitely was on the news, right? So the cases like these that been going, and Quentin Simon, Debbie too was on the news and shit, but these cases aren't getting solved. And it's because of the detectives. I'm telling you right now, it's because of the detectives. It's weird. They either got shitty detectives or they're in bed. You know, somebody in the family's in bed with the police, or the police don't. You know, they're hiring whoever into the homicide department. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know where to start, where to look, where to go. They don't have the street smarts for the shit. Now, like I said, with the Trinity backus case, I think there's foul. Like, I'm starting to really lean towards foul play. I'm leaning towards foul play because they can't get their story straight. They cannot get their story straight whatsoever. Fuck the Truckee way, make it make sense. The face, hold up. No, I think she was murdered. Hold on, let me read these. Nah, Debbie case, bogus too. Yeah, most definitely. Nobody's in jail for Summer Wells. Nope. Nobody is in jail for Summer Wells either. I could have kept going with names, by the way. I could keep going with names all day long. True. Hold on. It's at Northern, says it's everywhere. It started with Brian and Gabby Petito, right? No, I think she was murdered. All of them. Damn. Gloria thinks they were all murdered. Right? By the way, Debbie Collier was... Yeah, I know. I seen that shit. I seen a link to that earlier in my Discord. And when I played it from Grizzly's channel, I was like, oh my God, man. That shit makes my stomach turn. Fuck the Truckee way. Make it make sense. I'm going to get that on a t-shirt. Yes, Northern. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. It can't be salaries because we looked at Truckee, Sheriff. Oh, yeah, we did. Hold up. What was his name? Christopher Stanio made, what was it, last year? He grossed to like 140K, and that was because of the overtime. Did you guys see that? AJ says Dirty Ellie allegedly, in my opinion. I'm in Scotland and hear of these cases. That's crazy. Lady Claymore, that's crazy as hell. Did you hear those 4 Idaho kids that were murdered in the home while their 2 friends were sleeping also inside, and the murder still hasn't got caught? shit starts to be, that shit starts to drain you, right? It starts to drain you, but it keeps you going at the same time. Like, it's, oh my God. I heard about it, but I didn't look into it yet because I've been in pain with the toothache and all that other shit with the abscess or whatever. I think it's an abscess, but I haven't really got to look at it because I can't look at it when I'm confused and can't think. You know how tooth pain is. If you've ever had tooth pain, like that shit fucks with you. I sent you the Crystal Rogers case on your Facebook. It's another unsolved 7 years later. Yeah, that's like Missy Beavers. This world is getting crazy. I think it's, this shit's been getting crazy, right? I mean, it all started for me when I started seeing all the crazy shit in 9/11 when I was young. I mean, I've seen crazy shit before then, but my spidey senses were screaming watching hoodie guy on the grub truck video for the Idaho 4. What? Y'all are about to make me pull up that shit. I'm about to add that in the title because I need to go look this shit up. I'm ready to look that up now. Y'all got me ready to go look at this Idaho shit. Hold up. Northern says I had tooth pain compared to labor. Tooth pain is a new level of pain. Oh my God. They took an Uber too, says Lori Jean. Was good. Remember gladiators in slavery? When were humans ever good? What happened to the good in this world? Barely any left. There's barely any good left in this world. I'm serious. There's barely any good left in this world. A lot of people are just under the devil's wing. And it's true. Even people in our own government are under the devil's wing, and they've been under the devil's wing for a long time. Sounds like a good start to a song. No justice, no peace, just a thought. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's easy. Do that shit in my sleep. Lauren Smithfields is crazy, too. No one in jail for that shit. Such bullshit. How are you going to burn your own coochie in a suicide? I know. Yeah, that shit don't make no sense. Make it make sense. Take NyQuil, Freckles said. Lori Jean says the Idaho girls took an Uber home from the food truck. Let me see something real quick. Because y'all are making me want to look that shit up right now. What was it? 4 people were killed, right? Hold up. Yep. Idaho. I'm going to put something on, too. All right, here we go. Now, man, I had to add that in the title because I'm about to watch. Y'all got me ready to watch some videos on that shit, and I need to see something. All right. Let's check it out real quick. Let's see. I got to see it now. We pulling it up right now. Hold on, let's see. Is there anything over 20 minutes? Let's see. News conference, police hold briefing, court TV right here. Let's check it out.
I'm Vinny Politan. Another tough night here. Another very, very difficult night. It's hard to understand what is going on. I mean, last night we were here talking about mass murder victims at the University of Virginia. 3 football players who were taken, 2 others that were shot. That case, difficult. We see the smiling faces of the victims taken way too young. In that case, though, there's a suspect. Yeah, he's in custody. He's been arrested. We're still trying to understand the why of it, but at least there is no ongoing threat and no killer who is walking around free tonight in Virginia. But let's switch now to the University of Idaho. We've got more mass murder victims. I mean, how does this happen? How does this happen? I mean, they're in college. 2 seniors, a junior, a freshman, in off-campus housing, doing what you're supposed to be doing in college. You know, they're studying, they're in sororities, they're going out with their friends, they're getting their lives together, getting ready for the rest of their lives. And now we've got a quadruple murder. And tonight, you know, looking at that bloody, bloody crime scene, everyone is wondering what happened. What happened inside that home? How do 4 people get stabbed to death? How? And then the other question, why? But in order to answer that, you got to figure out who.
Exactly.
Who is responsible? Who did it? Because no arrest tells me there is a mass murderer walking around tonight. And for those families of the 4 victims, this is, I mean, your kids go away to college and, you know, they're there to get ready for the rest of their lives, not to end their lives. 2 nights in a row, or 2 nights this week, we're talking about this. This is outrageous. But let's figure out what we know so far. The police department out in Moscow, Idaho, spoke, gave us some information. Let's take a listen.
The Moscow Police Department would like to extend our condolences to all family members, friends, the University of Idaho, and the Moscow community. This was a horrible crime that took the lives of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kiely Rodni. This horrible crime has affected all of us, the families, the University of Idaho, our community, our country, and our officers. Agencies that are involved in this task force include Latah County Sheriff's Office, the Idaho State Police, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. As we continue our investigation, we have learned that Ethan and Xana were at a party on campus, and Madison and Kiely were at a downtown bar.
Xana? You might as well add the May to the end of that.
They arrived home sometime after 1:45. If anyone in our community or across our nation has any information about these times or the victim's whereabouts, please call our tip line at 208-883-7180. The facts of the case that we know right now. We know that these homicides occurred in the early morning hours of Sunday, November 13th. Around noon, Moscow officers received a call of an unconscious person. Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kiely Rodni inside the residence on King Road. The 4 were stabbed with a knife, but no weapon has been located at this time. There was no sign of forced entry into the residence.
That's crazy.
Investigators are continuing to collect evidence at the scene. Investigators are working to develop a timeline to relevant events. Autopsies are taking place today on all the victims so we can continue to gather evidence and solve the crime. Investigators are working to follow up on all leads and to identify a person of interest. Based on details of the scene, we believe this was an isolated, targeted attack on our victims. We do not have a suspect at this time, and that individual is still out there. We cannot say that there's no threat to the community, and as we have stated, please stay vigilant, report any suspicious activity, and be aware of your surroundings at all times. What we do know, or what we don't know, the identity and location of the suspect, the location of the knife or any clothing that was worn by the suspect. Currently, We have 25 plus investigators working this case, as well as assistance from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Idaho State Police.
Let's bring in our special guest joining me tonight from Boise, Idaho, investigative reporter with the Idaho Statesman, Kevin Fixler is with us. Kevin, appreciate your time tonight. I know you're super busy out there covering this story. We've got limited information tonight. What do we know about the actual scene? Who was there? The timeline, and what exactly could have happened here? What are you learning? What are people saying?
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing we really learned from the press conference tonight is that there's really a lot that we don't know. And it's not only the public, but it's also police and the FBI who are assisting on the case. We learned tonight, among the details, that there were other roommates who actually were at the home at the time of the incident. We had previously learned from the mayor of Moscow that the incident occurred between roughly 3 and 4 a.m. And also tonight we learned, you saw in that clip, that the two separate parties of two, the boyfriend and girlfriend, and also the two young women, were at separate events and then arrived back to the home about 1:45 is what police estimate. We also learned that there is no suspect at this point. We have learned that it is specifically a knife that the police are looking for. But that follows a day after where police would only divulge that they were looking for some sort of edged weapon was the terminology used. So still a lot of details we still really don't know, and police are asking the community for help.
How about the campus tonight? Are people terrified? Are people scared? Are people locking their doors, or are they leaving town?
I have a colleague up there, Angela Palermo, who's been reporting over the last few days, and she's described that a lot of people are getting out of town. We're obviously headed into the Thanksgiving break, and a lot of classes have been canceled. Tonight was supposed to be the scheduled vigil at the campus, but that actually was postponed due to the university recognizing that many were not in attendance. They would not be in attendance because they're out of town. Many people are scared. Not only us, but many news outlets have interviewed those who are still in the community, and they're very concerned.
Oh, Billy.
Is there, we look at the people involved here, they're regular college students. And I read what the president released about him, saying, the young man, Ethan, he's a freshman, a junior, 2 seniors. Was there anything unusual going on in their lives at the school? Anything other than just living their normal college lives?
Super weird, dude.
We previously asked police if any of these 4 individuals were known to them for any particular reason, and they did not give us any sort of indication that they were. So we actually still don't have a lot of information about that, whether or not they had run into somebody maybe at these individual parties, or had beef with someone in the neighborhood, or maybe they were followed home. There was a question posed at the press conference about whether police were reviewing social media, any sort of video, or any other research they're doing in order to determine, who would have this in mind, who would have planned this. Was this a random attack? Although police say they believe it was isolated and targeted, and yet have not really provided any sort of justification about that, and why the community should feel safe tonight.
And the area where their home is versus the campus versus where they were at the party, where they were at the bar. Do we know if they were walking back or driving back or Ubering back? Was there any indication one way or the other, just in terms of the movement that night and how they arrived back home and how far away they were?
This case is so weird.
Police tonight actually did not speak to that during the press conference. And I should note that this is day 4 of this investigation. The police chief did acknowledge that perhaps he should have had this press conference a day or 2 ago, because many in the community, including the student body, have called for more information, more transparency about the situation.
For real,
but as
Lori.
police said, they're trying actually still to pieced together a timeline about the movements, and they did not speak specifically about whether or not the couple and the other two girls were in a car, whether they walked back. There was that video shown outside of a food truck, but it's not clear how they got home after that.
All right, we're going to get to that food truck video in our next segment, but Kevin Fixler still with us. Let's bring in the rest of our guests. Joining me tonight in Jacksonville, Alabama, professor of forensics at Jacksonville State University, former senior investigator for the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office, and the host of the very popular Body Bags podcast. Joseph Scott Morgan is with us. In Los Angeles, California, retired FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon, and in Chicago, Illinois, private investigator Erica Morse. Joseph Scott Morgan, let me start with you. There's a lot of questions I have for everyone.
Chicago, Illinois? Motherfuckers don't ever be cracking no murders out in Chicago, Illinois. There's always somebody fucking dying right here. You know, they don't ever catch these people out here.
Tonight, but I want to start here. How do 4 people get murdered with some sort of knife or edged instrument? To me, 4 people. Does that mean we're looking for more than one suspect? And what would this crime scene indicate that it was isolated and targeted?
Yeah, first blush, I thought, when I first heard this crime come up, I was thinking, how in the world do you corral 4 people with merely a knife, unless you have perhaps someone else that may have been assisting in controlling the individuals, or was somebody kind of hidden away in the residence and waited for them to return so that they could take them out systematically. The crime scene itself is going to reveal quite a bit. As stated earlier, there is what appears to be, and what I have heard at least, be a copious amount of blood. And when you have this much blood evidence, it is almost impossible for the perpetrator, particularly when you're talking about an edged weapon. Remember, police chief said just a moment ago, he did confirm something. They'd only said edged weapon was used, but he did in fact say that these victims were stabbed. This is not a cutting event. This is actually stabbing. You cannot get out of that environment with so much blood that it does not course over onto the perpetrator's clothing, their hands, their face, and potentially their shoes. I'm really wondering if maybe they have some shoe prints inside of the house, because this would in fact be a horrible scene and very complicated to work. We still don't know about the placement or distribution of the bodies in the residence. All we know is, I think they said that the male was separate in an earlier report from the females, but we don't know about specific distribution, distance, all of that sort of thing. And also, was there any signs of struggle inside of the residence?
Bobby Chacon, we heard Moscow police talk about the number of people who are part of this investigation, including the FBI. So how is that going to change things now? The FBI is involved here. What will their role be in all of this?
Well, several-fold, actually. They probably have forensic people on scene analyzing that crime scene. Like the doc said, they can gain a lot of information on the perpetrators from the crime scene. So our evidence response team unit can lend assistance there. They could have the profiling unit involved already out of Quantico. Just manpower in general. They probably have the social media task force that the FBI runs, scouring. Their social media has probably been completely scoured by now. They're looking at who likes their photos, who makes comments, right, things like that, and what times those likes came in. So all of that is being worked through their social media. I'm sure that with a fine-tooth comb, their social media is being looked at, and probably has already. So there's on multiple fronts, the FBI is probably aiding and assisting.
All right. Joseph Scott Morgan, Bobby Chacon, Erica Moore staying with us. Kevin Fixler, appreciate your time, your insight tonight. We're going to be calling you a lot. I hope you can come back on and keep us updated as to what's happening out there in Idaho. As I said, we've got more on this coming up. In the meantime, coming up next hour. In Waukesha, Wisconsin, sentencing day for mass murderer Darrell Brooks, who crashed his SUV into last year's Waukesha.
Next troll that comes in here with the name Darrell Brooks, get his ass out of here.
Christmas parade. In court today, Brooks showing emotion, not in reaction to the words of the victims, but instead reacting to people talking about him.
I know who I am. God knows who I am.
Everybody was there. And we had dinner. Next thing you know, the last 2 bullets went directly in my head.
These are the stories.
It's a crime of passion.
Of the victims killed.
How could this have happened?
By someone they knew.
I really screwed up.
Someone they knew with Tamron Hall. Thanksgiving Marathon begins Thanksgiving Day, 11:10 Central. Only on Court 49 now.
We obtained a copy of Twitch video, and family members of the Gonsalves family were able to identify Maddie and Kiely in those videos at a food truck ordering food. Is the police department, our investigators, aware of that video, and has it helped put together that timeline?
We are aware of that video, and it has helped. It gives us a time and space where we know that 2 of our victims were, and that helps us a ton, and we'll continue to follow up all leads that we can and continue to gather those.
There you hear the chief talking about a Twitch video in the case out of the University of Idaho. We've got that video. It's at a food truck. So a food truck has these cameras and they just stream all night long. They've been doing it for years. So I'm going to take a look at that. Still with us, Joseph Scott Morgan, Bobby Chacon, and Erica Morse. Erica, I want you to help me kind of look at this video and tell me if you see anything significant here. And we begin with the first part of the video, and we've shortened it to a certain extent, but you see Madison and Kiely, there they are arriving at the food truck. Anything significant in this initial video that you notice?
Does look over, notices the girls. They are cute girls. Other than that, I mean, I don't see anything that jumps out. We don't have a lot to work with at this point. They seem to be by themselves, and other people surrounding them seem to be a little bit more gregarious, like maybe they know each other.
Yeah, and I'd be very curious as to how close they are to home and how they got from this food truck back to the house where they ended up getting murdered, several hours later. Let's take a look now. You mentioned the guy with the cap. Let's watch the next part of the video where they seem to interact with him a little bit. Let's watch that part. Do we have that second video? Oh, this is the second video. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. It seems to me, though, Erica, everyone that's in this video is a potential witness.
Yes, absolutely. You have to. One of the reasons they have 25 investigators on this case is because they're running 5 separate investigations. They're running the primary investigation and then 4 separate investigations on victimology of each individual victim. Every person in that food truck area is a witness. Every person in their life, in their orbit right now, is a person of interest until they are ruled in or ruled out. Yes, you definitely have to start here because this took place within a few hours of the crime. I'm also very concerned about the fact that there was no forced entry. Was there somebody that they knew that showed up, or did someone follow them directly home and force their way in while the door was open?
And again, in this part, we see the guy who was standing by him before. There you see the girls. They kind of are looking that direction. They're probably waiting for their food, getting their food. Mm-hmm. And let's get to that final video where we will. They're taking selfies. I mean, there's mm-hmm. nothing unusual going on that night. Nothing.
No.
This
Not
is
out
so
of the
typical.
Ordinary that jumps out. It is.
Now, this guy pointed at him as they're walking away. The way I take that is a couple of guys see a couple of cute girls and all of a sudden they're gone. But let's watch him walk in a seemingly different direction away from the girls. But, maybe he was you know, like any young man. I don't know. Bobby Chacon, you see anything in the video of significance?
Well, I mean, just that young man that you're highlighting there, he could have been walking to his car that was, to the right, and they crossed the street to the left. Like you said, you really want to know how they got home. He puts his hand up like, oh, there they go. And so he immediately leaves. I mean, you could tell. That's what really concerned me, the immediacy of him leaving. They're all hanging around. Nothing's urgent. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the two girls leave, he leaves. That really stuck out to me.
I think that's someone they would like to speak to. Let's take a listen to more of the chief here, referencing the roommates in the house.
Just to follow up on what she asked. So the other two roommates were there at the time of the attack?
All the information we have from our investigation is that, yes, they were.
Okay, but they were unhurt.
That is correct.
So is there any explanation as to why it took so long then for someone to call 911? You have surviving witnesses to an incident at 3 or 4 in the morning, and the 911 call didn't come until noon?
I don't think I ever said that they were witnesses. I said they were there. We don't know why that call came in at noon and not in the middle of the night. Would have we loved for that to have happened? Yes, but that's not how it took place. So that's why we're investigating everything still to try to pull all the pieces together.
Were they one of the people, were they the 911 caller?
At this point in time, I'm not going to divulge who our 911 caller is, just because I want to keep the integrity of the investigation at this point.
Joseph Scott Morgan, let's talk about the roommates. Maybe they weren't home, and then they came home at noon. Always possible. But if they're in that house and there's 4 people being stabbed to death, it didn't look like a mansion to me. Do you think they would hear something, or could you sleep through it if you're maybe under the influence of alcohol? I don't know. What are you thinking when you hear that there were 2 other roommates in the house?
If someone's inebriated, it all depends on what level they're inebriated, certainly. But I have to tell you then, with this kind of trauma, there will be sounds. You take that to the bank, guarantee it. And particularly, maybe one person won't make a noise, but you're talking about 4 individuals that are subjected to one of the most painful ways to die that is known to man, where you're actually stabbing them, I would assume, multiple times over and over again. Someone will let out a noise. So that's a very curious question that you asked. How could this have gone unnoticed? Was it were they sequestered somewhere? And this brings us back to this idea of perhaps the corralling of the individuals. And right now, we don't know enough about the distribution of the remains in the house, and that's going to paint a much different picture once we get our hands on that. Either way, it's a horrific scene, and I can almost guarantee you there is going to be just copious amounts of physical evidence left behind, particularly trace evidence.
And we're going to continue to follow this story. I appreciate everyone coming on tonight. I hope you'll come back as we continue our coverage of this in the days ahead, and hopefully at some point they can figure out what happened and who is responsible and make the arrest or arrests. Joseph Scott Morgan, Bobby Chacon, Erica Morse, thank you all so much.
That is crazy. Hold up. This is the footage right here that Keister sent me. Let me see. Let's check it out. That's the dude everybody's talking about. That's who they were talking about in the court TV shit. This shit is weird. Let's see. Think that dude's weird? What's up, Holly? Damn, toothache starting to kick in again. About to just go to the emergency room in a little bit if this shit don't stop. Unknown male this girl seems to arrive with. Unknown male the girl seems to have arrived with still. So he turned around his hat, put his hoodie up. So they figured out who that guy was? On their first night staying in the apartment. Good gracious. What's up, Rachel? Cops cleared. They cleared him too? Were they killed in their sleep is really the question. Hold on, I'm just watching the fuck out their movement right now and seeing who looks. Oh no. Yeah, from what I gather, yes, they were in their beds. So they had to be sleeping. The guy in the blanket. What the fuck? I don't understand. I mean, the dude, he's talking to people and shit. I think it'd be like a weirdo, quiet on the side and shit, but that's not always the case. The one girl had bruises and cuts. that indicated she put up a fight, though. Who ended up releasing this, by the way? I didn't look at who released this video. That might be off the food truck, huh? Now, are those two girls right there, two of them that died? He slid up, got what he got, and bounced. Damn, law enforcement didn't jump on it until... Damn, that's crazy. You talking about over here? I don't know. That they ain't even moved. I don't even think that's a person, bro. If that's a person, they're pretty good at staying in that position. Yeah, I was about to say, if that's a person, they're good at staying in that position they're in, bro. What up, Manda? What up, B? I kind of want to make this full screen.
Good.
Just
How's your night going?
It's going extremely well. Cannot complain. I was able to sit down, so.
And then they'll come to me.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
But, like, I hate dealing with fucking people, so.
Oh, it's pretty fun,
I hope
honestly.
people have been nice.
Very, very rarely are they not, and then somebody in their group is usually apologizing for them.
Yeah. I mean, that didn't make up for it, but like.
No, it's amusing though. It's fun to watch other people be miserable.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Grub truckers.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the
Now that's one of the girls that died. Is that blonde right there?
the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free grub truck on my like app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this.
Hello, Tracy. Welcome.
There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Don's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
I'm quiet as shit because my damn.
Maybe
tooth
I
hurt.
didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the mac?
Go for you to remove the
The
spoon.
The
carbonara.
carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
$10 for you.
Perfect.
Of course, it stops, and then when I go live, it starts to hurt.
Thank you.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Order 78. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just
the
2 Don
mac
Toms?
and cheese, mac and cheese, please?
Definitely.
I get
Thank you.
and then pork tacos.
Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like?
My tooth is hurting so bad right now. Oh my
It's
God.
one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I normally eat 2, 3 is a lot for me.
So one would be fine if I was getting pasta or
Yeah, that's gonna be
I better
almost 2 pounds of
I
food.
better get 2.
Okay, you got it.
I got
2 pork tacos? Done. 1 5 cheese, 1 basil pesto, 2 pork tacos, $24.50 for you.
Thank you.
2 Don Toms.
$79. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. If we decide, since we live.
Oh, people have fallen. People have fallen over reduce for you. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely. Thank you. How are you doing?
Pretty good about yourself.
I'm doing extremely well. What sounds good?
Can I get a big burrito?
Yeah. For the big burrito, would you like pork or chicken? Chicken. Got it. And then you said a Mountain Dew?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Big burrito chicken and a Mountain Dew. We're going to do $11. Here's your Mountain Dew and order 80. Thank you very much.
Hello. I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
2 chicken burritos with extra.
It happened after you put your video on the
$19 for you.
I know I have a $6 waiting for me. I would like to use it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So,
Let's see rewards.
There you
Oh,
go.
fuck, I just hit your jacket. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
$13. Hell yeah.
Worth it.
Oh, always. Order 81. Thank you. Extra slaw? Is that a charge? No, it's not a charge. It's just a modifier. Hello.
They have Apple Pay.
How's
We
your
have
night going?
Apple Pay, right?
Of course we do.
Of course you have Apple Pay. Yes. Hi, camera. I'll get chicken taco.
Chicken taco. You got it.
I'll do the 5 cheese mac and cheese. Please.
Okay.
I know you're freezing.
Go, please. No, I'm getting yours no matter what. Like, wait. Please, he's waiting. We'll do 2 fried cheese.
Like, I'm adding 2, or you're making it? It's now 2.
Oh,
Sorry.
2.
You're adding 2. Excellent. Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
3? Come on, you're the last one. Okay.
You got it. So I have a chicken taco and 3 5-cheese mac and cheeses. Okay. $27.75.
Hey.
How many apples in the Mac of the week? 0, TJ. 0. Order 82. Thank you.
Can I get?
We already got a 5-cheese mac and cheese.
Wait, you got one?
Yeah, come on.
Oh my God. Can I get a magnifier?
You got it, man. 1 magnifier, $9 for you.
Perfect, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's going.
Tough.
Of course. Awesome. Dessert burrito fork's ready.
Order 83.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and then it's all on you. I was letting go.
I'm about to have a
Time
case
to
of the
start
Ford
the old
in a minute.
car. It's been a while since this engine started. Let's see if it starts. VV Oh great, the battery is dead. Well, better luck next time.
For what?
First time I used, NFC. I don't have an Apple device, so it wasn't happening. I was desperate.
For donuts?
For donuts, yes.
Never used like a phone NFC pay. I guess unless you count the tap on the card.
Wait, say that again?
Never used my phone until at like a store.
Oh, really?
Always had my cards.
Okay. It's because you're too prepared, Derek.
It's because I try not to lose my wallet. It's a good reason.
That's smart, Derek. It's probably good to not lose your wallet. Guys, fuck yeah, great ticket times. Honestly, like Luke, Tebow, really solid. Love it. Very
So,
pleased.
Joe, how
All right,
close are we
back
to
in.
you sitting down on Friday nights?
I mean, that was a solid rush. It's a good thing that it ended, but this is Friday and Saturday in a row that got you down round 1. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot, guys.
Guess who's gonna fucking need extra slot a second? This bad boy.
Tebow's thinking to himself, if I start slowing down on Mac, maybe I'll get to sit down. He's going to try to sabotage me.
I actually was wondering if I was going too slow and you were going to switch it back, and I was really scared of that. That's what I was scared of.
Nope.
Yes, let that fear.
You guys know, like, the highest ticket time I saw was 13 minutes, which is, I'm very satisfied. You guys have worked on the truck, and Derek and I have been the ones on Grill and Mac, and we've had longer ticket times than that. Like, you're doing well.
Really? Pork. I got noodles for you.
They're watching some of these people right here in this
Hell yeah.
well,
right,
in this
what
camera
next?
playback because the girls were murdered in Idaho.
They get someone and then like they want their numbers to be called. Okay. Are you knowing that movie that's super popular? No.
Tomahawks. What's the side for? Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing extremely well. What sounds good?
Yes, a death by garlic and extra chicken to it.
Yeah, definitely. Death by garlic. We'll add chicken to it. Anything else for you?
And then can I do the 5 cheese?
And 5 cheese?
Yes. Can I add chicken to that?
Yeah, I'm close to going to the ER.
We're doing death by garlic with chicken, 5 cheese with chicken. Anything else?
That should be it.
Love it. $23. Do you guys have any NFC go Ben? Any whatever sort of payment you have on your phone, we can take. Order 84. Thank you. We do not have the scan one though. So like if you're trying to pay with Cash App, you have to like scan a thing. We don't have any sort of QR crap. How are you doing?
Sorry, good.
Oh, no. Good, excellent. Sorry. What can I get you?
Can I get 2 chicken tacos?
2 chicken tacos. You got it.
What big burrito?
$7.50 if that's everything for you.
It wasn't no twist game, I don't think.
Yeah, slide, tap, insert, facing you with the chip, any other.
Somebody played this from one, I think.
Order 85. Thank you.
Can I do the big burrito? But I'm really picky on some cheese
sauce.
Can I get it with that? The Chipotle slaw?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Without the onion salsa?
No salsa.
And do you guys have sour cream or no?
We do not.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
And that's everything.
Would you like?
Yeah. That shit hurts so bad, dude. It said V. About to put some clove on. I don't know. I'm supposed to go to the doctor in the morning because they have walk-ins tomorrow. So if I walk in, I'll be all right. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. What else? Idaho. I want to see if there's anything else on it. This case is crazy. Like, for real. They don't have anything else. Let me see here. This case is crazy. Now I'm, like, baffled by this case. Seriously, though, if this shit don't stop, I'm going to have to carry my ass up on there fast. Okay, here we go. That's 2 hours, though. Almost perfect suspect. I see a lot of people highlighting like that dude, but he was cleared though, right? What do you guys think about it? Michael Myers, bro, sent the link for the new timeline in chat. Where's it at? I didn't even see it. Hold up. Drop it again. Damn, that shit's hurting like a mug right now. Oh my God, that throbbing pain. I was getting on. I started to feel better, and then as soon as I get on, 20 minutes later, it starts freaking ripping again. That shit is throbbing. I don't see the link. Hold up. Maybe I don't. Nope, I don't. I'm looking. I still don't see it. What the hell? The 2 in the upper left. Sent the link for new timeline. I'm not seeing it. Where the hell is it at? Hey, drop it again, Keister. Yeah, drop it again. I didn't see it. I don't know why, but I don't see it at all. V. There we go. I got you now. I'm going to pop this up on here. Damn, that shit hurts like a mug, boy. I'm about to put this whiskey on it. Do you think whiskey will work, guys, for a toothache? You think this will work right here? That Jim Beam? Will this work for a toothache? Good gracious, man. It hurts so bad. It's throbbing like right here. All right, hold up. Let me get myself off camera. That shit hurts. I feel like my jaw's swollen too. All right, let's play the new one you sent me. Put it in here, paste. Okay, new timeline right here. Okay, I got it. V. I don't know why I'm so interested in this one right now. It's crazy.
Welcome to the news at noon. I'm Rebecca Rodriguez. The Moscow community wants answers after 4 University of Idaho students were found dead in a house near campus on Sunday afternoon.
Don't work.
The Leda County coroner says Ethan Chapin, Zayna Cornodal, Madison Mogan, and Kiely Concavez were all stabbed to death, and their deaths have all officially.
Yep. I took baby Tylenol. I took Advil, liquid gel. I got clove oil sitting right here. I might put some clove oil in, but it only subsides it so much. Oh, my God.
Officially been ruled homicide murder. Our Abby Davis is live in Moscow. Abby, what have you learned today?
Well, Brenda, you can see behind me the crime scene is pretty active right now. You guys can see that crime scene tape blocking off the entrance. There are a good amount of law enforcement here right now. We know there's a forensics team that is also still collecting evidence. But right now, there's really more questions than answers with so many unknown factors, especially with the killer still out there now. The Latah County coroner, Kathy Mabbitt, told KTVB today some of the victims were in bed when they were stabbed, but can't say which ones. She also says it's likely they were asleep, but can't specify who. Mabbitt said she has no way of knowing if the same knife was used on all 4 victims.
Well, Chicago, I'm in there too.
It was definitely a knife. It would seem like if there was more than one, it was very similar, not just the same one for all of them.
She also cannot speak to defensive wounds and can't specify an exact time of death because it was reported many hours later. Now here's what we know about the timeline. Idaho State Police actually just released a map of events this morning, so this is brand new information that we have for you guys. Look at the top of your screen on Saturday. Kaylee and Maddie were seen at the Corner Club on Main Street between 10 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. Ethan and Xana were at a Sigma Chi party near the home between 8 and 9 p.m. Now on Sunday, so after leaving the Corner Club, Kaylee and Maddie were at Grub Truck at 1:40 a.m., which we have video of, and Etha and Xana and Kaylee and Maddie, so all 4 of them, they were all back to the house at 1:45 a.m. So that is what we know about the timeline right now. It wasn't until noon that same day when officers responded to a 911 call about an unconscious person. When they got to the house off King and Queen Road near U of I's campus, they found the 4 students dead. Moscow Police Chief James Fry said there was no sign of forced entry. He also said 2 roommates were home when it happened, but didn't go so far as to call them witnesses, and says they were not hurt. Now, investigators, like I mentioned before, with the forensics team, they are still collecting evidence at the scene. Just to reiterate, they don't have a suspect or suspects at this time or a description. Fry maintained that this is an isolated attack, but he says he cannot say there is no threat to the community. So they're asking people to stay vigilant, be careful. And they're also asking anybody who knows anything to call their tip line. We have that number right here. It's 208-883-7180, 208-883-7180. So Brenda, just lots of questions at this time still.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to have that number on our website at ktvb.com. Thank you so much, Abby. Well, during the news conference held earlier this week, reporters asked Moscow police about a video circulating on social media. The police chief said it shows two of the victims just hours before the killings happened early Sunday morning. And our Morgan Romero is here and is learning more about that video. Morgan, what do we have so far?
Yeah, this video has been out there for quite a while now, and it's from a food truck in Moscow that I know a lot of students go to after they go to the bars. That's what we've heard. Police say they've looked at the video. It's helping give them the time and space of where two of the victims were leading up to their death. They said that in a news conference earlier this week. Let's take a look at that video. You can see Madison Mogan and Kiely Gonsalves in this Twitch video. We've highlighted them for you. Right here, you see the girls walk in, and it appears they walk in with a young man who's now out of that spotlight. He's wearing a hat and a dark jacket, a gray hoodie underneath. You see him put his hood on. He sort of hangs back several feet behind the girls as they order from the food truck. He then, later in the video, follows Maddie and Kiely after they order and then stands right next to them. We'll show that later on the news at 4. But all three are there at the food truck for about 10 minutes. Idaho State Police says authorities have contacted that young man and they've interviewed him as part of the investigation. They are not labeling him as a suspect or person of interest at this time. We also know Kiely and Maddie were out at a bar downtown before coming to this food truck, but ISP couldn't say if that young man seen in the video was at the bars with the girls before. Again, as you just heard Abby Davis say, police still confirming and reiterating today they have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case yet.
Well, thank you so much, Morgan.
Yeah, you bet.
Wow. That's
And thank you for joining us here on the news at 6. I'm Shira Matsuzawa, and just into the newsroom, we've...
This case is crazy. Good gracious. So University of Idaho murder investigation roommates, man, at taco truck not involved. Kind of want to hear that.
And thank you for joining us here on the news at 6. I'm Shira Matsuzawa, and just into the newsroom, we have new details about who is not a suspect in the murders in Moscow. We got a news release from the city of Moscow just a short time ago, minutes ago, in fact, and it's been 5 days since 4 University of Idaho students were found dead inside their home just off campus. And let's bring in investigative reporter Morgan Romero, who has been going through that press release or that news release. Morgan, what have you learned?
Well, you know, first and foremost, Shira, at this time in the investigation, police are saying that the 2 roommates who were home at the time of the attack are not considered to be involved in the crime. So that was a lot of speculation on social media and a lot of questions that we had. We knew they were home when the attack happened. We also knew that they were home when police got there. Now police saying that they do not believe they're involved in the crime. As we've been previously reporting, they were also not hurt, and they are fully cooperating. Also important to note, neither is the young man who was seen with Madison and Kiely in this Twitch video from the food truck that we showed you on the news at noon and the news at 4. Again, speculation around that as well, that perhaps he was involved in some possible way, but police saying again, at this time in the investigation, they do not believe that he is a suspect or person of interest or involved in the crime. The coroner is also saying that likely all 4 of the victims were asleep. Previously, we said at least some of them were asleep. Now we're saying it's likely all 4 were. There was also no sign of sexual assault. We know Kiely and Madison took an Uber from this food truck where you're seeing this video from to their house on King Road. Ethan Chapin, one of the victims, we're also learning, did not live at the house at the time. He was just visiting. As we've been previously reporting, he was with Xana Kernodle that night. As part of the investigation, detectives took stuff out of 3 dumpsters on King Road near the house to locate any possible evidence. Detectives also contacted local businesses to determine if a fixed blade knife specifically was bought in the area recently. Moscow Police Chief James Fry says this Twitch video that you're seeing is really helping give them the time and space of where Maddie and Kiely were leading up.
So this is a Twitch video? Is it the Twitch video from the guy that owned the food truck and he just put it up on Twitch or what?
To their deaths. We also learned from police in this news release that they sent out. Detectives have received about 500 tips. They've interviewed 38 people so far. They're also dispelling a lot of information. I have this press release printed off. They are going through a lot of things that they've been seeing on social media, questions that they've been getting, and they're dispelling some of those rumors as well. And so, as we've been saying this entire time, oftentimes when there's silence in a case like this that has so much public interest, a lot of people fill that vacuum with speculation and rumors. And so we here at KTVB media are really trying to stick to the facts as well. And I think that is a big reason why law enforcement put out this press release this evening after a couple days of not a lot of new information. Yesterday, the coroner's office released the autopsies, and they found all 4 victims were stabbed to death with a knife early Sunday morning. They don't have the exact time that they were stabbed. Police have not found a suspect or suspects. They don't have any people of interest right now. Again, reiterating, they cleared those people they mentioned, the roommates, as well as the boys seen in the video with them. Earlier, police put out a clear picture of the hours before the attack. They released a timeline today and the locations of where all 4 victims were before they were murdered at their home on King Road in Moscow. Take a look.
That's crazy. I didn't even know they had that.
This horrific attack on 4 college students happened less than a mile from the University of Idaho campus. Sororities and fraternities and their out-of-houses are mostly centralized in this area. New information from Idaho State Police reveals 2 of the victims, Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle, were together Saturday night, November 12th. They went to a Sigma Chi fraternity party across from their home on King Road from 8 to 9 p.m.
Where they at?
The other 2 victims, Kiely Gonsalves and Madison Mogan, were at the Corner Club on Main Street. It's about a mile and a half away from the home on King Road. Police say they were there from around 10 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. After leaving the bar, the girls went to the Grub Truck just down Main Street from the Corner Club. It's about a 6-minute walk. They're seen in a video from the food truck, ordering food around 1:40 Sunday morning. U of I students tell us it's a common weekend routine to go from the Corner Club to the food truck. Idaho State Police says all 4 victims were back at the King Road house, a little more than a mile from the food truck, by 1:45 a.m. Sunday, November 13th. What unfolded after that is unclear. It wasn't until noon on Sunday police received a call of an unconscious person. When they got to the home on King Road, they found the 4 victims. Ethan.
Hold on. So there was a roommate that survived, Karina? So there's somebody out there that's seen who did this.
Xana, Kaylee, and Maddie dead.
May.
They confirm all 4 were stabbed early Sunday morning. The Latah County coroner tells us all the victims could have been killed with the same knife or a very similar knife. Police say they haven't yet found the weapon. And we're also learning through this press release that the identity of the 911 caller has not been released at this time. We will continue to work towards finding that information. Also, just into the newsroom, the Alumni Relations Organization emailed Vandal alum this evening saying that along with more police presence on campus and in the town of Moscow, the University of Idaho brought on a private security firm to beef up the regular campus security team. And also, any student, employee, or visitor can get a security escort on campus day or night if they're choosing to be there, if they're either waiting until tonight to go home or this weekend, or if they're staying throughout fall break because they can't come home. And again, just to reiterate, police saying they have not identified a person of interest or a suspect yet, but they want anyone near these areas who saw anything suspicious, has any surveillance video, ring cameras perhaps, or can provide any information to call the tip line. That number is right there on your screen. That's 208-883-7180. They also have an email set up. You can email tipline@ci.moscow.id.us. And I also want to point out some information that they released too. They really laid out in this press release from the Moscow Police Department, Shira, all of the resources that they have. You know, we know Idaho State Police is there. We know the Federal Bureau of Investigation is there. We know Latah County Sheriff's Office is helping out. And the FBI actually has 2 behavioral analysis units. So we'd reported that we knew they were there. That really helps police with interviewing techniques to kind of create a profile of an unknown suspect. And it just really beefs up these crime scenes. They have Idaho State Police alone has 20 investigators and FBI has 22 investigators. So they're really trying to help.
See what I'm saying though? See how they be getting these autopsies and shit like that back? You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the cases like Trinity backus and all that other shit, it's like real silent around there, ain't it? Like, is it because allegedly Chris Daniel works with the, well, I mean, it's not allegedly, he really does, but is it because I don't know.
With those local law enforcement agencies there who are just really working around the clock to try to solve this crime.
Right, a lot of resources going into this, and although we're getting more information now, there's still so much that we still don't know, and so it's important for folks, anyone who has information, to reach out and so they can follow up those tips.
Absolutely.
All right, Morgan Romero, thank you for joining us.
You bet.
I wonder if those 2 people set them up. What do you guys think? Do you guys think those 2 people set them up? The 2 roommates? That shit's sussy. That shit sus. Sus. Super sus. Marlena sent me a video here. Let me check it. I kind of want to check it out real fast. Let's see what it says here.
All right, guys.
Oh, no. This video. Hold up. I'm looking at this here. What is it? What the fuck is it? Just had seen it too. Number one. I want to see if anything pops up for this real quick. Still no suspect in killing of the four. So there's still no suspect in killing of 4 students. Yeah, but don't you guys think that that is weird? The 2 people weren't touched, but yet how far away were their rooms? Where were the 4 killed at? Where were the other 2 at? Something's weird. Some dude named Jack called 6 times by one of the girls right before it happened. I think that's what you're saying. I think they've all been friends for years. Parents said, how does an unconscious person call 911? Voice text. Damn. That's about Kiely though. Yeah, I know. I seen it. I actually know his channel too. I think someone was jealous. It's very possible. Some dude named Jack called 6 times. Okay, so I seen that. How does an unconscious person? You said 100% the roommates are suspects. I'd say they're being looked at if they ain't already cleared. About to gargle this Jim Beam. Somebody was definitely keeping an eye on them tonight. 2 survivors on top floor. I mean, that could make sense. That could definitely make sense. Somebody was definitely keeping an eye on them that night, so they would have known when they would be returning. Yes, weird that the 911 call wasn't until noon next day. Right, Priestess? Huh. Carrie Koo says, could it be a neighbor who's annoyed with all the partying lowering house prices? Kind of weird. So you don't have really any new updates. They're jumping. They're probably interviewing people as we speak. Literally, they're probably in a room right now. Didn't we just watch this or no? Confirmed information. I thought we just watched this.
Serious question. Remain from the Moscow and greater Idaho community about the killing of 4 University of Idaho students last weekend. And a side story over the last week has been the messy release of information from investigators and the ongoing rumor mill that can complicate the entire conversation. Now, getting the story straight, that's what people want right now.
Yes, he was.
We do understand that investigators can't release everything. We don't expect them to, but an almost random stream of information from different agencies and leaders has really made the situation in Moscow complicated, to say the least. Now, today, though, we are finally getting a more concrete timeline from investigators about the victims' activity Saturday into early Sunday morning last weekend. And that timeline gives an illustration of where the 4 students were, where they traveled, and possibly who they were around. Here's our Morgan Romero.
This horrific attack on 4 college students happened less than a mile from the University of Idaho campus. Sororities and fraternities and their out-of-houses are mostly centralized in this area. New information from Idaho State Police reveals 2 of the victims, Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle, were together Saturday night, November 12th. They went to a Sigma Chi fraternity party across from their home on King Road from 8 to 9 p.m. The other 2 victims, Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogan were at the Corner Club on Main Street. It's about 1.5 miles away from the home on King Road. Police say they were there from around 10 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. After leaving the bar, the girls went to the Grub Truck just down Main Street from the Corner Club. It's about a 6-minute walk. They're seen in a video from the food truck, ordering food around 1:40 Sunday morning. U of I students tell us it's a common weekend routine to go from the Corner Club to the food truck. Idaho State Police says all 4 victims were back at the King Road house, a little more than a mile from the food truck, by 1:45 a.m. Sunday, November 13th.
So by 1:45.
What unfolded after that is unclear. It wasn't until noon on Sunday police received a call of an unconscious person. When they got to the home on King Road, they found the 4 victims.
Yeah, that's killing me. They received a call of an unconscious person. I had to watch this one again.
Ethan, Xana, Kaylee, and Maddie, dead. They confirm all 4 were stabbed early Sunday morning. The Latah County coroner tells us all the victims could have been killed with the same knife or a very similar knife.
Personal vendetta.
Police
right,
say they haven't yet found the weapon. And yesterday, the Latah County Coroner's Office released the autopsies on the victims, finding all 4 were stabbed to death with a knife. The coroner says all victims could have been killed with the same knife or a very similar knife. The coroner says it's likely some of the victims were asleep.
What's my favorite true crime case? None of them. I don't have a favorite because it sucks to have to. Now, I could give you like my most interested one. Actually, I don't have one. They're all interesting because of I don't know. I don't know. It kind of sounds disgusting saying this is my favorite case. I don't know. As somebody who's looking at trying to get justice for somebody, because all these cases bother you. They hit the core. They, you know what I mean. They get you in your feelings because it's literally a human being's, life being stole from them. Whether they, none of us humans are perfect at all, but nobody deserves to be fucking stabbed to death in their sleep or shit like that besides pedophiles and, trigger warning, by the way, besides pedophiles and people who hurt children and do crazy, you know what I mean? People who are causing harm to others. But case that stuck with me the most, which is how I'll take your question, True Crime T, is like to this day right now unsolved, Missy Bevers. That they'll say Bevers or Beavers. I call it the Missy Beavers case has messed with me on a lot of levels. That case right there has me puzzled. It puzzles me. And that one, it's been 7 years since that case and still nothing at all. Nothing. Not one thing. As far as I know, still nothing. It happened. Delphi happened like right after. I'd like to say that I don't, none of them are like my favorites, but dang, that's a messed up way to lower prices. That's crazy. Carrie, someone said the lurkers left town day after. That's crazy. Well, I know that the lurker, one of them was cleared or whatever, the dude that they were talking about. And it was a knife that is like from the Marines or something like that. Maybe it was handed down by a parent. That's very possible.
When it happened, but she couldn't say which ones. She says bed sheets were taken for testing from the home. We also learned there were 2 other roommates inside the home when police got there and at the time of the attack, but they were not hurt. We're told they are cooperating with law enforcement, and right now police haven't gone so far as to call them witnesses. During a news conference held earlier this week, reporters asked Moscow police about that video I mentioned earlier from the food truck that caught both Maddie and Kaylee. Moscow Police Chief James Fry says the Twitch video stream is helping give them the time and space of where the 2 girls were leading up to their deaths.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hello. Hi. Welcome back.
In this live stream from the Grub Truck, you see the girls walk into the frame and up to the food truck. It appears they're with a young man, the one in the hat and dark jacket.
Okay, so he was cleared, I'm pretty sure, is what she's about to say. Let's take it back so whoever just came in can hear.
To the food truck. It appears they're with a young man, the one in the hat and dark jacket. Here you can see him put his hood on. He hangs back several feet behind the girls as they order from the food truck. He then follows Kaylee and Maddie after they order and stands right next to them. It looks like he never ordered any food, but you can see him talking to other people there.
I feel like he knows something.
Several minutes later, the girls grab their food, take a picture, laugh and talk to each other, and quickly walk away. One of the people the young man is talking to points out that the girls left. He throws up his hand, waits a moment, and then appears to walk after them. You see him wave at the girls and then walk a separate direction. This recording shows all three are at the food truck for about 10 minutes, and police say Kiely and Madison were home just minutes later by about 1:45. Their home is a little more than a mile from the grub truck. A University of Idaho student who says he's friends with
Hold up, but dude went off the other way though, right? Look.
And police say Kiely and Madison were
That's
home
him right
just
there.
minutes later by about 1:45.
He goes to the
Their
right,
home is a
girls
little more
go
than a
to the
mile
left.
from the grub truck. A University of Idaho student who says he's friends with the victims told us this young man was with the girls at the corner club before this. ISP says authorities contacted the young man in the video, and they interviewed him as part of the investigation. They are not labeling him as a suspect or person of interest at this time. Police have been going to local businesses, as we've been reporting, asking about any purchases of knives bought in the Moscow area around the day of the murders. We also learned that the FBI's behavioral analysis unit is now helping in the investigation. We previously reported that the FBI was there helping, but now we know this behavioral analysis unit is helping. And what that does is it helps with crime scene analysis, interviewing techniques. It also helps create a profile of an unknown suspect that police can look out for, which really goes to show you that they do not have a person of interest right now. They do not have a suspect or suspects at this time. And they are backtracking messaging. So earlier in a press conference that they held, the first and only that they've held so far, they said, we can't not say that there is no threat to the community. When initially, right after this happened, they said this was a targeted attack. There is no...
I wonder if they got CCTV of any suspicious people, you know, because you know that I don't know what's there after that food truck or on that street. I'd like to get a visual view of that street. A visual view of that street would be able to tell me if they were able to get footage, possibly, because, you know, certain businesses have footage or have, you know, cameras outside. You know, a lot of businesses put cameras on the side of their buildings and shit like that from, you know, people that break in, and I don't know. Hopefully they got some type of footage, but I don't even know if that's like or what kind of area they're in. All I can see is from what's on that food truck.
Ongoing threat to the community. Now, just a few days after that, they are backtracking that and saying, we can't say that because we don't have a suspect.
And that really has been, you know, a consistent side story that we followed here at KTVB, and we've seen on social media, Idaho news outlets, you know, speaking up that the release of information in this case has been a frustrating thing, I think, for the media. And as media, we understand that, you know, investigators, they can't release everything. I don't think we're asking them to, but I guess the idea that there's been inconsistent release or being, you know, one elected official will tell different outlets different things.
Yes. So initially, when this happened on Sunday, you know, everybody was panicked because students on campus got vandal alerts and they were told to shelter in place. That vandal alert was lifted. And then police said this was a targeted, isolated attack, which is still the case, to be clear. Still true that this was a targeted, isolated attack, police believe. But then to say that there is no ongoing threat and then backtrack that, I mean, what does that have the community of Moscow thinking? What does that have students on campus thinking? A lot of them were so fearful that they came home right after that. And that's actually an important piece. Police up in Moscow saying it is a little bit of a hindrance in their investigation that a lot of people aren't there right now, but they are going to do these interviews with anybody they need to talk to wherever they're at right now. And to Joe's point about giving interviews and information to various media outlets, that has been a point of contention today. A lot of national news media outlets have gotten information from elected officials and other leaders up there that maybe some local outlets haven't gotten. And Idaho State Police, I haven't been able to get a hold of them today, but they have been a lot more communicative lately in the last day since taking over the public information officer duties.
And I want to be really clear, you know, Moscow Police, Idaho State Police investigators, they're still looking for information. They're still asking for information. So they're asking, you know, anyone who has seen or, you know, known anything, here's the information.
Yeah, call that tip line, 208-883-7180. You can also email now. There's an email set up. That's tipline@ci.moscow.id.us. Report any suspicious behavior, any pertinent information. And really, Joe, if anybody has any video surveillance, any ring cameras, any businesses have anything from that area, that could really help law enforcement try to track this person down as well.
Sometimes I know we hear that people are shy or they don't want to be involved. any piece of information can be very helpful to investigators. And, unfortunately, we don't know what they need to know right now. So any information helps. But Morgan, I know that you, our investigative team, Alexandra Duggan, she's still up in Moscow this weekend. So our team will continue to follow this through the weekend. But Morgan, thank you for reporting. And if you missed anything Morgan said or our team said, all this coverage is on ktvb.com. Before you start having conversations online or even with your friends, make sure you know the facts, because the rumor mill is damaging.
It is damaging, and that's unfortunately what happens when you don't get a lot of information, is people try to fill that vacuum with speculation and rumors, and so we just want to give you the facts as soon as we get them.
Morgan Romero reporting. Thank you so much, Morgan.
You bet.
All right, hold up. I got something here. Let's go over here like this. Who was able to get this? Sad. Huh. Idaho Tribune. Let's see. Overnight, police investigators continue the examination of the crime scene at the University of Idaho, where 4 students were murdered. Although police presence in Moscow has visibly increased, no suspect has been named. See, right now they can have a suspect and nothing be said whatsoever. Somebody said the handprint in the window. Are we seeing the handprint in the window? I don't know if I see a handprint in the window. Let me save this image. Do we see a handprint? Let's see. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check in a second. Hold on. Let's see if we see this handprint here. Is there a handprint? Somebody said the handprint in the window. Where? Does anybody are they calling this right here a handprint? Or here maybe? I'm not seeing it. What, here? To be honest with you, I'm not seeing it. Where does anybody see the handprint that they're talking about up on here? Let's see. Where's that? Let me open that back up on why the frig isn't it opening? There we go. The handprint. Let me see. I don't even see that. Could be from any time. Not smeared of anything like a struggle. Nothing at all disturbed. And what we can see for seemingly creepy, though, what you pointed out. I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. The only thing that I can see close is, let's see. Where though? I'm not seeing. Oh, maybe down here. I don't know. I'm not seeing a handprint. Let me take my sweet time and look around. Feel like I'm playing I Spy or some shit. What is she looking down at? That's so crazy, man. This case is crazy too. So you're gonna tell me that 4 students, 2 of them get back to the place and then they're stabbed to death? And nothing. I mean, why does that sound so? One person did this? I don't know. I don't know. They must have had a crazy ass beef with somebody. I'm not seeing this handprint either. I am not seeing it. Maybe there. I don't know if that's what they're talking about. There, maybe up here. No. Anyways, let's see if they have any other videos. It's the Idaho Tribune. Moscow, Idaho PD have released an update about murder investigation. The detectives do not believe the 2 surviving roommates or the male in the grub truck surveillance video are involved in this crime. Online reports of the victims being tied and gagged are not accurate. You heard that, guys? Of them being tied and gagged are not accurate. So that is misinformation. Misinformation, tied and gagged. I have seen somebody say that in this stream. They were not tied and gagged. So it says the Moscow, Idaho, the police department is providing the following information to the update to the public on the known facts surrounding the 4 murders that occurred on November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. On the evening of November 12th, Kiely Rodni and Madison Mogan were at a local bar called the Corner Club at 202 North Main Street in downtown Moscow between 10 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. On November 13th at approximately 1:40 a.m., Kiely and Madison were seen on the video at a local food vendor called the Grub Truck at 318 South Main Street, which I want to go look at that road. So remember that, guys. 318 South Main Street, and used Uber from downtown to arrive at their 1122 King Road residence at 1:45 a.m. Investigators have determined that Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernoodle, I don't want to say her name wrong, Kernoodle, were seen at the Sigma Chi House on the University of Idaho campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive. Pierce, maybe? Perce Drive? All right. At approximately 1:45 a.m., Ethan and Xana are believed to have returned to the residence at 112 King Road. It was previously reported that Ethan resided at the home. However, it has been determined that he was only visiting. Okay. So he was only visiting. So let's see this. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Is there a couple different statements here? Okay, there is. Which ones are on point here? Let me make sure I'm getting them right. Only visiting. So that. Okay. Two other roommates were at the residence that night. On November 13th at 11:58 a.m., officers responded to the residence after a 911 call reported an unconscious individual. Upon arrival, officers discovered Kiely, Madison, Xana, and Ethan deceased inside the residence. Autopsies were conducted on November 17th. The Latah County coroner confirmed the identity of the 4 murdered individuals and their cause and manner of death as homicide by stabbing. The coroner stated that the 4 victims were likely asleep. Some had defense wounds. Each was stabbed multiple times. There was no sign of sexual assault. At this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe the 2 surviving roommates or the male in the grub truck surveillance video are involved in this crime. So they do not believe. That don't mean it can't come back, right? Additionally, online reports of the victims being tied and gagged are not accurate. The identity of the 911 caller has not been released. As part of the investigation, detectives seized the contents of 3 dumpsters on King Road to locate possible evidence. Additionally, detectives have contacted local businesses to determine if a fixed blade knife had been recently purchased. Now we heard that, right? So let's jump to here. At the time of this release, detectives have received nearly 500 tips, which are being processed, investigated, and cleared. 38 interviews have been conducted with individuals who may have information about the murders. Anyone with information about this crime is asked to call 208-883-7180 or tip line at ci.moscow.id.us. The Moscow Police Department is utilizing assistance from the Idaho State Police, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Latah County Sheriff's Office. Okay. Let's see what else they got this. What does this say? Currently, there are no suspects in custody, and the weapon has not been found. Anyone who observes suspicious behavior, has video surveillance, or can provide relevant information about these murders is asked to call the tip line at, I read that. Okay. The Moscow Police Department thanks our community for their continued support, understanding of the limited information we can share, and patience during this difficult time. Yeah, this is insane. And I can't believe they released this. I kind of want to see if I can see that handprint. So sketch. That's what I was thinking too, Amy. Yeah, so there's no blood in here anywhere. I mean, the guy or whatever had to leave right here, didn't they? Still need it. Now, somewhere upon here, somebody said they seen a palm print. Is that it right here? I'm seeing it like right here. Maybe right here too. Hold up, so what's up here? Does anyone know what the fuck is up there? You seen it, Tracy? That's all. Gotta be a news or somebody wrote. The news had to be recording that. Trust me, they would have stopped that person. Or maybe somebody with the Tribune and they allowed them to do that. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else they have. Where was that? Matter of fact, I need this right here. So I need the corner club out of the corner club at 202. So I need to see where this truck was. 318 South Main Street. So let's get Google Maps up. Google Earth. I want to see that area. Google Earth, right? Let's go to Google Earth. I'm going to type this in real quick. I want to get a lay of the land out there. So it is 318. I want to see what they would have for video wise. So it's 318 South Main Street. Okay, Moscow right here. All right, we're traveling right now. It's taking us all the way over here. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's get down here. Hold up. How do I switch the imagery on Google Earth? Let's see. So this is newer. Yeah, put me down here. Yeah, let me move around. Kind of want to see what we're looking at here. Oops. Let's go down the street. So there's police cars here. I want to see if I can find that bench. So it says this is 318 Main Street. Okay. So maybe it's right here. I'm thinking maybe over here. Does it look like I'm in the right area right now? Hold up. I'm trying to find that bench that I seen in the video. Is that the bench right there? Those are the type, that was the type bench that we seen. Something like this. Where was that truck parked? That's what I want to know. That food truck. So there is a lot of businesses here. I mean, regardless of the fact. Hold up. Maybe it's down here. Nope. Which one is it? Which one is it, Keister? Hold on, let me turn this bad boy around again. Okay, I can click this to go straight. Why is this car running from me right now? I'm on a police chase. So that would be the bench, maybe over here to the left. Like that. I just want to know where he's parked at. I can't stand the way this moves like that. Especially when I'm doing it from an angle. I wonder where that club was, too. Can we go this way? Why'd it cross me that far? There we go. So you got all these businesses right here. All right, so what I kind of want to make this is either had to be somebody like a neighbor or something, right? Come on, put me in place. Why am I got me like this? No. There we go. So I'm thinking it had to be like a neighbor or... Let me see. I'm looking at the names of these buildings here. I want to see if I can find that club they were at. Because I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they walked from the club to that food truck, right? So it can't be that far off. Okay, I got you. Hold up. You're talking about back this way, Keister. Let's travel down here. Back up, truck. You're talking about down here. Maybe this is it right here, this little spot.
How he doing, Miles? 79. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. If we decide to come, since we listed.
Oh, people have fallen. People have fallen over reduce for you. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely. Thank you. How are you doing? Pretty good. I'm doing extremely well. What sounds good? Can I get a big burrito? Yeah. For the big burrito, would you like pork or chicken? Chicken. Got it. Oh, and then you said a Mountain Dew? Yes, please. Excellent. Big burrito chicken and a Mountain Dew. We're going to do $11. There's Mountain Dew and order 80. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello. I need 2 chicken burritos with extra slaw.
2 chicken burritos with extra slaw. $19 for you.
I know I have a $6 waiting for me. Would like to use it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Let's see reward.
There we go.
Fuck, I just hit your jacket. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
$13. Hell yeah.
Worth it.
Oh, always. Order 81.
Thank you.
Thank you. Extra slaw? Is that a charge? No, it's not a charge. It's just a modifier. Hello.
They have Apple Pay.
How's
We
your
have
night going?
Apple Pay, right?
Of course we do.
Of course you have Apple Pay. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's got to be it right there. Hold up. What direction would it be facing though? Because it's like right around here. You see a bench right here, so you see one there and one there. Huh. I wonder what side of the road he was on. It ain't here. I just want to go look down here. I'm nosy. Why can't I go down that way? It's no. Okay, whatever then. I want to go that way. Yes, thank you. I just want to look down here a little bit. So all these businesses right here, you know what I'm saying? You see all these businesses? They're all right here in the cups down here. Let's see. I kind of want to go back the other direction, but look at the business names. I want to see if I can find that bar. I wonder how far is the bar from here? What was the bar address? Okay, the bar was 202 North Main Street. Okay, so 202. Take me down there. Yeah, take me down there. So it's literally like, hold up. Let me find out that's right next door. All right, take me down. Take me down. Take me down. There it is right here. This is the corner club. So it's like right on the corner. Oh, you think those are bike racks? Okay. Hey, T, find his Twitch account. That might show. Yeah, you're right, Dean. I got to find. Does anybody know his Twitch account? Nah, my shit's throbbing bad now. Main Street is 313 South Main Street is where the food truck was located. 313. Okay, I'll make my way there. This is where they were right here. I don't know if this is is that the side? That's the side. We can't go back in here. What kind of club is that? The corner club. I wonder if they were followed from here. I don't know though. Okay, let's make our way to Main Street, guys. So that means they walked to down here. They literally walked to like right. I want to say this is probably Main Street coming up, huh? All right, so that's the corner club, and they went to, you said 313. That's right here. So they walked from down this way, came all the way over to here. See, why does it put me at this building? I want to know exactly where that friggin' says it was exactly located here, but let's swing around here a little bit. No street. You can't view the street there. Wow. Okay. But I can view it here, and over here. So I can go right there. So I can only go to like right here. That's so weird. Turn left. That 313. See, it said right here. If you look right here, it says that they were at 318. The grub truck at 318. So 318. Let's go back to 318, right? So I'm assuming it would be out here. 318? Would that be right here? Would they be like right there? I don't know. Maybe out here? I think that's where I originally was. Okay, that's where I just was. Frig. Yeah, take me back in there, please. Thank you. Let's go here. It looks like they're out by this spot. Moscow Bagel Deli. Hold up. Let's look here again.
Okay, that's okay.
$10
So I kind of want to look for like something back here, brick wise. Yeah, that's a bike rack over there. No, it ain't. Hold up, that kind of looks like what they were leaning on. Let me see. I could be wrong. I could be way wrong. Let me see. Yeah, I'm wrong because there's buildings after that. So I need to look for buildings with the glass in it right here. It's not this one. There's no, it has to be back this way. Yep. It's definitely back this way. What year is this from? It says 2022. Okay. All right. So up here, they're leaning. This couple's sitting against. I can't tell if that's glass or not. Because it's dark as shit, you know? Hmm. I'm surprised I'm even on here right now with this shit throbbing like this. It hurts bad. Good gracious. All right, so that's an international film. I feel like they weren't direct. Maybe that's where they were sitting against that. Or maybe against this. But maybe not. I can't tell right now. Honestly, it's hard to pinpoint directly where they were. I'd need his Twitch. Weird, right? This shit's super weird. Hmm. Come on, I'm driving right at you. Hold up, maybe that's it. So there and there. Yeah, that was definitely about there. Yeah, I'm trying to get started on it, but I'm freaking got a throbbing toothache right now. I'm almost want to go to the freaking ER and just get the shit over with and not go through it tomorrow. What up, Smiley? Welcome, welcome. Ash, I definitely feel he followed them. Most telling moment was when he realized he was on camera and put his cap down and his hood and moved back. Link to Twitch. Hold up. Twitch TV. Hold up. Let me go up and grab that. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's check out this Twitch. Just chatting. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me sign in my shit so I ain't got to deal with this. Thank you for that, priestess. I appreciate that. Yeah, my whole cheek is throbbing right now. My eardrum is starting to annoying. I'm about to put clove on it and see what it does. Clove oil.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, no, I haven't seen her. It's really hard keeping it home. But no, Celeste is the one that did before.
Do they talk on this? I kind of can see down there that it looks like that spot. But I'm trying to check and see when this was. This was yesterday, guys. All right. Let's see if we notice anything about any. All right. So, guys, this may sound weird, okay? But let's see if we notice any type of cuts or anything on anybody, you know? Shh. It's just a secret between us, though.
Today I just stopped.
Using clove oil, 100% pure clove.
Oh my gosh, there. Look at my foresight. I fucking actually remember to bring my tea and put it in a different spot. Also, I need a million paper towels. There is a ton of water over here.
Yeah, there's a ton of cooler too.
Okay, tracks. Woo. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Mando, MLH, hello. Inspiration, Dexter, Canadian Fire, Kira, hello. All right, Derek, you ready to start? Derek, you ready? Foils.
I'm pretty much as good as I'm going to get, so.
Hell yeah, all right. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing extremely well. What can I get started for you?
Can I get a barbecue?
Barbecue chicken. You got it. That will be everything for you. 1025 tonight. I've seen that CTW. Order 15. Thank you. Yep.
Hello. Can I get a chicken big burrito?
Yes, sir. Chicken big burrito. If that's everything, $9.50.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you're here. Order 14. Thank you.
Freaking gloves.
Oh, do you want me to click it?
Yeah.
You got it. Like, absolutely. No problem.
I just got the oil right here.
How are you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing decent. What can I get for you?
Chicken big burrito?
Yes, sir. Another chicken big burrito. It's going to be $9.50 for you. Order 15. Thank you. Hello.
Hi. Can I get a 5 cheese mac and bacon and grilled onions?
Bacon and grilled onions, yeah.
And then I also need another 5 cheese mac just add bacon.
Just bacon. You got it. 5 cheese, bacon, grilled onions, and 5 cheese bacon. $20.50 for you. $21, 50 cents back for you. There's 50 cents. And order 16 for you. Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right. What can I get started for you?
Can I do a 5 cheese mac and cheese, please?
Of course. 5 cheese mac.
And then 2 pork tacos.
2 pork tacos.
And then 2 dessert burritos.
And 2 dessert burritos. Absolutely. 5 cheese. Okay.
And then can I do a 5 cheese mac as well with bacon?
Definitely. 5 cheese, 5 cheese bacon, 2 pork tacos, and 2 dessert burritos is $33.50 tonight.
Perfect. You guys got heat in there?
Not aside from the food.
Yeah, okay.
It's so cold. I'm not ready for winter.
It creates like a very warm zone where right here you can be in a t-shirt and then it kind of cools off from there. Order 17.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh. Hello.
Can I do the breakfast mac, please?
Of course.
And can you make that 2?
2, you got it.
Awesome, thanks.
Looks like he's been in the interrogation room for a long time. This boy looks beat.
Touchscreen. Let's go.
Doesn't he?
$22.50 for you.
You see the logo on the glass door?
Last week I was freezing my ass off. Did I feel okay? Hell yeah, man. It's a little warmer.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Order 18. Thank you. I see.
Homie looks like he's been in that interrogation room for a minute.
Hello.
Howdy. Can I just get the breakfast mac?
Yes, sir. 1 mac of the week. $11.25.
Breakfast mac.
Loser. Hello. Hop along. Hello. Order 19. Thank you.
Oh, need the breakfast mac.
Yes, sir. 1 breakfast mac. $11.25.
But then it'll get like a quick swirl of syrup.
Order 20. Thank you.
Do you do that or do I?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. They're doing 5 cheese with bacon.
Yeah.
And then a mac and fire with bacon, extra cheese.
5 cheese.
And a dessert burrito.
Mac and fire, bacon, extra cheesy. And then you said dessert burrito?
Yeah.
All right. 5 cheese bacon, mac and fire, bacon, extra cheesy, dessert burrito, $25.50.
Awesome.
There we go. Order 21. Thank you. How are you doing, sir? Wow.
Oh, hi, you gorgeous.
I saw you driving this afternoon, sir.
Oh, you did?
All you sirs. That's what I'm saying, man. It's the fucking man candy.
Yeah.
Nice. I would like a Mac of the week, my friend.
Absolutely.
I really can't type my own shit. The fuck shit.
It's too cold for all that.
I was just saying in chat, it doesn't feel as cold as it did last week, but
I think it's drier.
Yeah,
last week was like kind of wet and just like
that's
really took it out of you.
exactly what it is. Yeah, it doesn't feel too bad today.
I mean, that's better. Improvement. I'll take it. Oof, 22.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our grilled onions last
Oh.
year. Hey, can I get 1 Mac of the week, a barbecue chicken, and a basil pesto, please?
Ooh, all right, I like that order. Barbecue chicken, a mac of the week, and a basil pesto is $30.50 for you.
Man, that truck's popping tonight, ain't it?
Order 23. Thank you. Derek, so you know, what you already have full, the 4 mac of the week.
The tea bag trick. What is a tea bag trick?
Hello.
Hi.
So we want to get the 5
A
cheese. We
neck
want to get
beard
split.
lady?
Okay. And then can we also get bacon on just one of those sides?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Split bacon only on one. Five cheese split bacon on one, $10.75. Out of 11, 25 cents back for you. If I don't drop it on the floor, there we go. And or 24. Thank you.
14 to
Drop it
15.
on the floor, guys. Oh, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. What can I get started for you?
Can we get the mac on fire with chicken?
Of course.
He gone. Leave me live.
Mac fried chicken and 5 cheese?
16.
Yeah, absolutely. If that's everything for you? Two coats. Love it.
My man is sick.
That would be $23. And can your dog have a treat?
Of course.
Of course. Hell yeah.
That clove made my lips. I didn't hit. My lips are numb.
No.
You got it.
And then redemption one, but you can do it. And that way it won't fail. There we go. Hell yeah. All right. Pulling 2 coats. There's 25. I'll grab your coats right now. Ooh. 1 and 2. Thank you. Woo. Hello. 2 Mac of the week. You got it.
What
22.
dog breed is that?
Oh, that is a Norwegian Elkhound, Diane Serpent. I love them.
Mac and cheese, mac and cheese.
Oh, no, not.
Can I have some, please? Mac and cheese, macaroni and cheese. Please, baby, please.
Oh, you got it. 5 cheese with bacon.
That dude
It's gonna be $10.
Oh God.
Order 27. Thank you. What are we talking about? Eddie 23. Thank you very much. Hello. How are you doing tonight?
This clove's working good.
Absolutely. 1 Mac of the week, $11.25. What's super nice is Joe Working Grill. Please. Derek's Working Grill. Derek's Working Grill. Go look in. Order 28. Thank you. Hello. Yes, sir. 1 breakfast Mac, $11.25.
Sorry, I just got like the dessert burritos and stuff.
Good doggo. Is that Nikita? No, Norwegian Elkhound.
Oh,
Guys.
that's what
I'm
I
telling you.
Yeah.
Or 29. Thank you. What are we looking at? 31 months, Eddie. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I did.
Can't help my job. Dedication is part of my personality. The part where I'm a shitty person. But for so many people, that's the funnest part. I've been sub for so long, it was weird to see this truck pop up in national news recently. Yeah. Pudding Tower, howdy. How bad does the winter get there? The winter can get pretty bad. But not even like within like 100 miles, you can get much worse winters. McCall is, I think, the worst winter around here. How are you doing?
Hi, can I just get a bottle of water, please?
Of course. It's just $1.50 for you. That's the wrong button. That's not what I meant to click on. There we go. $1.50 for you. Out of 2. There's water.
You can just drop it in your
Oh, are you sure? Oh, thank you.
All right. So hold up. Yeah, I think I might take my ass to the ER. That shit's throbbing bad. My ears fucking. Oh my God. I can't stand this pain. I can't even think straight. Yeah, I think I'm about to go in, guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back though. I think I'm gonna take off for a minute and go to the freaking ER and get some antibiotics. I can't take this pain. I can't even think straight right now. I got on because it felt all right for a minute, but now all of a sudden it wants to throb and fucking feels like my eardrum is about to burst. Literally. I'll be back on soon though.